Jim Albright with AVNation and NAB 2026 with Jason Metcalfe from Sony.
Hey, Tim.
Nice to see you in person. You and I have done plenty of stuff virtually, but real in life, Jason Metcalfe.
It's the best part of NAB. We get to meet, bring people together, you know. So yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Thanks for having me. We're in your guys' virtual production area. And certainly Sony has a long history in cinema. Certainly Sony has a long history in commercial production. But we're seeing more and more, and I think you guys are too, where your commercial grade, professional grade products are being put and used in the corporate space.
Yeah.
Especially virtual production.
Yeah. You know, virtual production is an interesting, area of study for us and for the industry. It is really bringing together, it is the crux of so many different practices and technologies and spaces, right? And so even though virtual production came out of cinema production, came out of film, the idea of blending, what's real with what's virtual and being able to capture and synchronize those spaces together, it's valuable for a lot of different industries, a lot of different businesses.
Yeah.
So, what we've really seen is, whereas in the past, a large organization may have an in-house team creating media for them, not everybody does. Not everybody is a Fortune 100 company, right? But now you can use these technologies to create, like you said, professional grade media with small teams, or in-house in a multi-use space. So we've been surprised and encouraged by seeing virtual production demand in the traditional AV space, in broadcast, in house of worship. I mean, the list goes on.
Jason, one of the things about virtual production is the space efficiency, right? Talk for a second about the ability that it has, whereas 20 years ago, you need a whole lot of space to do green screen, today you don't.
Yeah, I mean, in so many different applications, obviously space is, scarce.
Yeah.
Space is scarcity, especially for in-house production. We're seeing a lot of organizations want to bring this need, in-house, use their own teams. But, space is limited. It's not always their core business, right? So we finished up a project recently, actually, with a client in New York. Huge company, but obviously in New York, every square foot counts.
Absolutely.
And is hugely valuable. So they're able to, in what would probably be a traditional broadcast studio size space, actually it's more than that, get 4, 5, or 6 shots for their show, basically, that they produce in house, and they're doing that by designing the LED, in a more intelligent way, where they're actually using a 90-degree corner. What we're showing actually during this demo is our off-axis color correction. So in real time, we can predict how color is going to shift as you're looking at it, because LED tends to do that, especially COB, and adjust that in the camera so that it looks correct to the viewer, to the program out, essentially. They're leveraging robotic systems. They're leveraging a full range of cameras for different shots and different areas. They are using cinema cameras like the Venice, but they're also using the FR7, our full-frame PTZ camera. So, and then, because of the robotics, because of these different models, they're essentially able to do like a single person operation and really, really get a lot of utilization out of this space. It's a multi-use space for them. And yeah, so, space is a scarce resource everywhere. And I think these kind of tools, these kind of efficiencies are what is enabling the traditional commercial AV space to adopt these things. Although also I think, especially if we've seen at NAB this year, there's so much more overlap and blending between what we would call commercial AV, broadcast, media, film and TV. there really is so much of the same need across all these industries now. Yeah.
Jason, somebody wants to find out more about Sony or your virtual production, how do they do that?
You can go to pro.sony. They can see all the products we're showing here, get in touch with the right person, and we're looking forward to talking more. So,
Jason Metcalfe from Sony. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, and find more coverage of NAB 2026. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.